Hello everyone, it's D&Z TV once again, and we are here with more updates on what is happening at the royal family and the Ooni of Ife's Palace. If you've not subscribed to the channel, we urge you right now to subscribe to the channel, click on the notification button, comment, like and share our videos. As you do that, we will definitely give you more up-to-dates of everything happening at the royal family. So right about now, it is pertinent to note that the ancient Iroko tree is demanding for blood, and the Ifa priest has said it's the blood of the illegitimate kids that will be given. There's this saying that has been constantly been going on in the palace, where they have actually been asking for some very serious sacrifices to be made in the palace. Sacrifices that will put the palace in place again. Sacrifices that will return the lost glory of the palace. If you understand very well, everybody seems to understand and see that the glory of the palace has been lost over time. Yes, the glory of the palace has been lost over time, and people do not even actually um, understand anymore what exactly is happening. So, be that as it may, there is now the need to carry out sacrifices, and these sacrifices are not just ordinary sacrifices, they are sacrifices that will actually require blood. Now, but the question now is that what kind of blood are they talking about? So, it is now pertinent to note that what they are actually trying to look at is actually the fact that the illegitimate children of the palace will definitely suffice. Yes, the illegitimate children of the palace will definitely suffice. And if these people now decide to suffice, it will now be very, very difficult, because they will actually require that those illegitimate children will be used. So the question now is going to be, so who are really the illegitimate children? Who are really the illegitimate children? Are they those ones of the Ayabas, or are there? Yeah, it can't definitely be Prince Tade. It can't definitely be Ashley's child, because those ones are under serious contention right now. There's been so much contention to who is actually a legitimate child and who is not a legitimate child. So no matter how you want to look at it, no matter how you look at it, it is really, really difficult for people to understand that there are a lot of things have actually been happening in the palace, and when these things continue to happen like that, something really, really drastic needs to be done. Yeah, something drastic needs to be done. Now, it is also said that what requires blood, if you give it drink, it will not collect. You know, because a lot of times people are always faced with misplaced priorities. Yes, there are a lot of misplaced priorities happening everywhere, where people feel agitated. People feel they can actually have their way in some certain things, but it is actually quite difficult to understand what exactly is happening, because when you look at it very well, you find out that a lot of deep things have been happening. Deep things have been transpiring. Deep things have been taking place and making everybody look very unserious and disruptive. So if all of those things continue to happen like this, then you now begin to understand that, well, we don't really have any place to be. We don't really have any particular thing to hold on to. Now, if you continue to hold on to things in different dimensions like this, you now begin to ask yourself some certain questions. And what is the evidence of proof that, okay, this person is illegitimate and this person is legitimate? What are the parameters that could be used to do all of that? Now, when you go behind the house, now you find out that the iroko tree is bleeding. Now, if iroko tree is bleeding, what does it signify? It signifies that there is danger in the land, and so we cannot continue to encourage danger each year. Every time we are just encouraging we're just encountering different things that nobody can comprehend or nobody can understand. The question now is going to be, for how long will these things continue like this? When we actually have the much needed peace of mind that we need to have in the palace? Because whether we like it or yes, everybody just feels that the peace in the palace is very sacrosanct. People need to have that mindset and feeling that finally, things have actually fallen in place. We need to get to that level, we need to get to that dimension, we need to get to that time in place where we can actually beat our hand on our chest and say, okay, the Oni has actually done something right. Not every time one day one trouble, one day one trouble, one day one trouble. Now, how long can we continue in that manner? How long can we continue to have all these things disintegrate and put more issue and more challenge in our hearts? People need to actually understand that they should give this palace a chance. Yes, palace needs to be given a chance. They need to be given a chance to function very well. They need to be given a chance to articulate their plans, their point. They need to give peace a chance. Because if okay, now the other day now they went to Miriam's mother's house and saw a tree. So why is it that tree is beginning to form a very pivotal conversation now in these Oni issues? So it is really getting out of place. It's really getting out of point. It's really making people really sick with the way and manner everybody seems not to have a hold of what's happening again. And we cannot actually continue like this, because when we continue like this, you now realize that there's actually much to be done, especially as it concerns the palace of the Ooni of Ife. So drastically speaking, there needs to be a converted effort to see that whatever thing that has been programmed to cause unnecessary issue in the palace is subjected very fast. Because if these things are not put in perspective, if these things are not put in place, then it's actually going to be quite difficult for people to really understand how to run off things. Because whether you like it or yes, there are still needs for people to fit in and make the palace a better place. All right, people, this is where we'll be stopping till we come your way again. I remain D and Z TV. Bye bye.